Here with reaction, Florida Congressman Michael Waltz, along with Fox News contributor Jason Chaffetz. Congressman Waltz, I look at this and I see a clear double standard. If riots are wrong, and I believe what happened on January 6th can never happen again, but nor what happened in the summer of 2020, can that ever happen again?
No, you're absolutely right, Sean, and I agree with you. I was on the House floor. January 6th was horrible in many ways, and those responsible should be held accountable in accordance with the law, not held unjustly and uncharged for months and years. But to your point, absolutely nothing, crickets, when it comes to the businesses destroyed, the families destroyed, the cities that were gutted, the minority communities that were disproportionately harmed, the police officers that were killed. We have silence. But what really strikes me and kills me about this January 6th commission is it's the investigation after they already determined with impeachment that, impeachment 2.0, that Trump was guilty. But now they want to have an investigation to kind of back up their own bias and what they had already predetermined with no investigation at all. It's ridiculous. It's backwards. And, Sean, I can tell you, the American people, they're worried about inflation, empty store shelves, supply chain, our enemies on the march, Americans abandoned behind enemy lines. That's what they're worried about. And that's why the Democrats' poll numbers are sinking faster than a Chinese hypersonic missile. It's just not what they're focused on in their day-to-day lives.
Congressman Chaffetz, it's a predetermined outcome. We knew that the minute they kicked off Jim Jordan and Jim Banks. We know that the people they selected are the most rabidly anti-Trump people they can have. It seems like they're more interested in bludgeoning Donald Trump yet one more time than they are in the real issue itself, which is protecting institutions, the Capitol, politicians. But what about innocent people in cities all across the country? Because Democrats, like Kamala Harris was promoting a bail fund for people that were rioting in Minnesota. What about the arson? What about the looting? What about city blocks taken over? What about dozens of dead Americans? What about thousands of injured cops? Not a peep out of one of these people. So to me, this is a sham commission, predetermined outcome, and a waste of time.
It is a sham. There's no chance at due process. Nancy Pelosi literally changed the rules so that she could have unilateral authority to appoint who she wanted, that the minority had no rights and could not appoint their people like Jim Jordan to actually be on that commission. And you're right, Kamala Harris 16 months ago was bailing people out and putting them out there. You're not seeing any commission about all the violence there. You don't even see a commission about the origins of COVID. What they're interested in is just pure political points. That's what it just exacerbates this situation. It drives people crazy. I was the chairman of the Oversight Committee. I issued subpoenas to compel people to show up. And guess what? They didn't show up. And the Department of Justice, in lots of examples, just would not prosecute people, especially the IT specialist, Brian Pagliano. Twice I served him. Twice the U.S. Marshals went after him, served him the subpoena. He didn't show, and they refused to prosecute him. So Steve Bannon is being treated differently. Steve Bannon, there's not equal justice, and there's not equal application of our laws, is there? No. I did it. I was the one that signed the subpoena. And guess what? He didn't show up, and the Department of Justice refused to prosecute. They just left this flapping out there in the wind, and then suddenly Steve Bannon and Trump comes along, and in a couple of days, they're out there and indicting him. It is a total double standard. The unequal application of the law, it is purely political.
All right. Thank you both for being with us.